What attacks are actually working at Town Hall 15? I have 3 attacks that I want to show you that are the top attacks that are working for us in the good guys right now. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Clash Tips YouTube channel. My name is TipDog20. The first attack that we're going to be watching is by Rage KG21, and an attack that has been used a lot by our guys is the Super Archer Blimp, typically following up that Super Archer Blimp with E-Titans or Hydra. Now, if you look, there is a Poison Tower on this base, a poison spell tower, and that's been a lot of the hang up with our Super Archer blimps, is we're not sure if the poison tower is going to throw its poison spell at our Super Archers. So the thing that you have to remember with any poison spell tower is your troops or your blimp have to be within range for 1.2 seconds. And as long as you can get the invisibility spell down on top of your troops, and as long as you drop your blimp early before it is within the poison spell's radius for not longer than 1.2 seconds, then you are not in danger of that poison spell tower actually throwing its poison spell at your troops. Now, one thing you do have to remember is when the poison spell goes down, it does release its poison spell, but it will only release it on top of the area. It will not throw it, which means as long as you land your blimp far enough away from the poison tower, then whenever it goes down, that poison spell will not affect your troops. So Rage has actually used his Grand Warden ability in order to make sure that a Super Archer Blimp goes in there. He's doing the double clone. He's making sure that it stays invis, and as you notice, that poison spell tower is not throwing its poison. He did leave his Grand Warden on ground in the back, and the reason for that is to pull the clan castle troops out. If you get a clan castle with an E-Titan inside, that E-Titan, as long as it stands there, its aura will just completely burn up your troops. So you have to make sure that you have a ground troop that's actually placed down behind your Super Archer Blimp to make sure that it will pull out your that E-Titan that comes out of that opponent's CC. Now, once you get that core taken down with those Super Archers, then you're going to put in your Titans. And honestly, at this point, the only thing you really have to worry about is making sure that your making sure that your E-Titans don't walk around. It's been a rough morning for me, so forgive me. Making sure that your E-Titans don't walk around the base, making sure that you're putting down baby dragons, making sure that you're putting down wizards in order to keep those Titans inside the base. And you basically just let them walk around. A lot of times you will be using healers. I have seen some attacks where healers are not used. And even in cases where those Titans stray, as long as there aren't a ton of walls to block those E-Titans, then this attack style is working really, really well. The one thing that you really have to be careful of whenever you're doing Titan Smash like this with the Super Archer Blimp, number one is single target Infernos. Of course, there are 3 of them, and if you have 3 single target Infernos, then you're going to want to do something that is a little more friendly to that base, to the attacker. The reason that the defender will put those single target Infernos down is because they know that the E-Titan Smash is super popular in the meta right now, and so they know that putting on single target Infernos is going to prevent that. And of course, the number 2 thing that you really have to worry about is the Monolith, because Monoliths will burn right through your E-Titans. But this is an attack that's working. If you see an open base, if you see a place where you can put down your Super Archer Blimp, remember, you can put it within range of the poison spell tower. You just have to make sure that your troops are not there for longer than 1.2 seconds. This attack is working for us. We're getting a decent amount of triples with it. As long as you have an open base, as long as you have a place that is really good for your Super Archer Blimp, it's a place where there could be traps, where there could be lots of giant bombs. Make sure that you have lots of trash troops in there, goblins, barbs. We're putting wall breakers in there in order to get super archers across the wall so that they can step in and take the town hall, or maybe take the monolith when they might not have been able to if we hadn't put those wall breakers in. But this is one attack that seems to be working. Let's get on to attack number 2. Attack number 2 coming at us from Seaman, and you have seen him before on this channel. He is going to do Queen Charge Hybrid. Queen Charge Hybrid's working really well, but it only works on specific bases, and Seaman is specifically using this attack where he can Queen Charge into the Town Hall. Now, the one thing that he said that is very different about Hybrid at Town Hall 15 than it was at Town Hall 14 is with Town Hall 14, you Queen Charge and you got as much value as you could with your Queen Charge in the beginning of the attack. And then the Hybrid was kind of an afterthought. It was something that you brought in after your Queen Charge had gotten all the value that you wanted her to get. Now with the Hybrid, the Queen Charge Hybrid, he's saying that you pretty much have to bring your Hybrid alongside your Queen Charge. The reason being is because you want those defenses to be distracted. If you're fighting a base that has a Rage Spell Tower, or maybe you have a Poison Spell Tower, you want that Poison Spell Tower to throw its poison one way or the other and not at your troops, for example, or maybe not at the Queen right as she's about to go up against a single target Inferno. So you have to kind of plan around that, use your Invises, use your Rages to make sure that you're able to get the value that you want with your Queen Charge. And then once that Queen targets the Town Hall, the number one defense that she's going to have to go up against, again, single target Inferno Towers and that Monolith. And as you notice, the moment that this Queen engages the Town Hall, that's when he starts in his Hybrid. He's already funneled on the side with his King, and almost every single one of these attacks I watch Seaman do, he always uses a Siege Barracks. That Siege Barracks is meant to keep his Hybrid in the center of the base. He's making sure that he heals effectively. He makes sure that he tomes effectively. Most of the time, he sends his RC in with his Hybrid, and as you can see, he is healed, he has tomed, and he's not even really worried about the Queen. Right now, all of his attention is 100% on the Hybrid, and because he used that Siege Barracks, those Siege Barracks troops are able to walk around with the King, which ensures that the Hybrid is going to stay in the middle of the base. The Queen is doing the thing that she needs to be doing, which is distracting the attention of the troops that she can, and then the Hybrid is just carving through the middle. Hybrid is going to be very different than Lalo, which is actually the next attack that we're going to be watching, but it is an attack that's working at Town Hall 15. It's definitely harder than the Super Archer Blimp with E-Titan Smash or Hydra. We're seeing that Super Archer Blimp paired with Hydra as well, and it seems to be working. But this is an attack, even though it takes a little extra skill, it seems to be working for us at Town Hall 15, and it may work for you as well. Let's go on to attack number 3. Attack number 3 coming at us from Venom with the good guys, and this is an attack that's just base ID. If you see a base where you can do a regular Blizzard, I'm seeing a lot of players that are attacking a base and they're throwing in a Super Archer Blimp and they're wasting all of their spells when a regular Blizzard could have done the job. At Town Hall 15, you get that extra 5 troop space in your clan castle, so throw in some trash troops if you're worried about spells. If you're worried about giant bombs, not spells, if you're worried about giant bombs, if you're worried about your super whiz going down early, then throw some extra trash troops in there and hold off on your invisibility spell. Of course, the one thing that you do have to worry about is that poison spell tower, but as we went over in the first attack, as long as those troops are not visible by the spell tower for longer than 1.2 seconds, then you're able to land them in there, keep them in vis, and they're able to get the value that you want. Other than that, this attack goes the exact same as it always has in Town Hall 14. You're going to blizz a specific portion of the base. You're going to start cutting out the pie. You're going to do a hero dive in a portion of the base where you can extend that pie around. Typically, you're going to want to go after heroes. You're going to want to go after high-value targets. The Monolith is not something that's super high value in a Blizzard Lalo or a Queen Charge Lalo, unless, of course, you're Queen Charging on the Monolith side. But as long as you're getting the value that you need with your Sui heroes, then the Lalo is able to path around. And Venom did a beautiful job cutting out the portion of that pie, getting down the Town Hall, getting down those important concepts, those important defenses with his Blizzard, cutting out the rest of the pie with his Sui heroes, and then bringing in the Lalo on the backside. And the way that this base is set up, he's able to use his spell super effectively. He came in hot and heavy with his loons on the very beginning. He was able to freeze. He was able to haste. He's using his tome, bringing in his headhunters right at this back end, freezing so that way his headhunters don't die. They're able to take down that queen. He has tons of freezes. He has tons of haste spells for the back end. and he's able to completely take down this attack. He's completely able to take down this base, not this attack. These are the 3 attacks that seem to be working for us most at Town Hall 15. It's difficult. The Super Archer Blimp paired with Titans or paired with Hydra seems to be the easiest, but if you're going to practice on Hybrid. Hybrid seems to be working really well. Practice on Blizzard Lalo, practice on Queen Charge Lalo, because those are the attacks that seem to have the most staying power at Town Hall 15. Hopefully this video was helpful. If so, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more Town Hall 15 content coming out. This next CWL, we're going to be in Champs 1 again. So be looking forward to those videos. Until then, we'll see you next time.